What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy, Tony G, he's back, and, there's another SCW season at the shit show, and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna do a little deep dive off a cliff into this. So we have ourselves the top four. We got Hydra, we got Dingo, we got Jose, we got White and Black. We got lots of good 4 plays 3, 3 plays 2, 2 plays 1, winner advances, blah blah blah. Newport took the whatever and decided to ban Jose. He was going to host the tournament. He wanted to host the tournament, but Sword came along, our admin, and denied that and gave Jose another chance. White and Black are gonna have a time. Whoever doesn't show up gets disqualified. Sword made it official. He was there waiting, and guess what? White and Black got kicked out. So, yeah, we get a promise from Sword that he is going to be more strict in the future. So this kind of nonsense isn't avoided, and now the cookies are in the oven, and we got ourselves a matchup cooking. We got ourselves Dingo, player we've seen before with a pretty decent record, going up against Jose, the shithead who we all hate and would love to see lose. The winner of that, of course, will be cruising on to the finals to face Hydra. So, yeah, we have ourselves a matchup. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see this. I got a couple of replays. They're not in order. I don't know if it's just going to be 4 wins or then 3 losses. I don't know. It's terrible, terribly unorganized, but we're going to work with what we have. We're going to cast these games, and then hopefully we don't have another finals being dodged by one of our players, and we will get to see and enjoy a beautiful finals, which unfortunately will not have White and Black. We all wanted to see White and Black versus Hydra, but it's not going to happen. We're going to see if Jose and Dingo have a chance versus Hydra, who's been absolutely killing it, crushing everybody. We'll see. And the winner of this tournament, or this series, will of course go on to face Hydra. GLH, have fun. Let's go dive into it. Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back into it. We'll see if I got enough WD-40 to clean the rust off of me. Certainly hasn't been fun 1v1ing again. Haven't played as much or nearly as much in a while, as you guys can tell. But whatever, here we go. We're going to jump into it. We got Dingo versus Jose, PVT, and looks like they're both... Okay, no, never mind. Looks like... I thought Dingo was going to go for a mid build, but Dingo has Protoss here. Going to be across from each other. It actually looks like Jose is going to go for his famous mid build. Jose loves to do this. It works very well versus a Zerg who is trying to choke. This is basically what its whole entire purpose is, to get a nice quick win versus a Zerg. We'll see if he can make it work versus this Protoss. If he does go Nexus first, which it looks like he could be doing, he could be saving up for a 4 gateway here. But I think he's going to go for a Nexus first, and this could actually be pretty good as well. Okay, no, he is going to go here. Maybe going to throw down 4 gateways. Hopefully 4 gateways here for his purpose. 4 gateways can be very good versus this, as the other 2 barracks are going to be a little bit more delayed. You're going to have 1 Marine out there quickly, which can stack up if you get a bunker. But this is a pretty risky all-in kind of build. Jose is going to commit to it, though, quite heavily. He really does want to make sure that he can find his opponent to apply that aggression. He wants to get up against that hatchery right away, but he's going to see that he is not against hatchery. You can see he's just checking the chokes here. This is an anti-Zerg build here, but he is not up against the Zerg, so he's really going to have to adjust his strategy here. Because 3 gateways Zealot is going to be able to beat 2 barracks Marines here, especially with all of this early SCV sending out. His economy isn't going to be as good. You can see that he is sending everything back home. Does want to collect his army here. Gonna send all those SCVs back to mining that we're going to help take down that hatchery. Going to try to block all of those drones from building those sunkens that are so crucial for his survival. And we see this first probe is going to officially see exactly what he's up against. He's going to see this two very aggressive barracks up here, and he's going to see that there's no Marines here. These Marines, unfortunately, are going up top for some reason. He does, pretty sure he scouted his opponent over here, but now these Zealots are going to be walking right into Jose's base, and there's absolutely nothing to defend it. There are Marines slowly popping out. These Marines now are finally turning back, but even in these small numbers, it's going to require some good micro. We see a pylon being built right here, and yeah, Dingo getting himself in a prime time position, really capitalizing on this all-in build here. This very rolling of the dice build, just meant to kill a Zerg, choking. And yeah, not versus Zerg here, so we do see it kind of falling apart here. Not really not really worth it, as you can see here. Because yeah, I can just quickly spiral out of control, especially versus a player like Dingo, who has this excellent micro, good APM, gonna definitely be able to capitalize on the situation. Those Marines, I definitely don't think they did very much. I wasn't really paying attention though, because the main battle is right here. We do see Jose doing his best, getting this one little bunker, surrounding it with depots, keeping it close to those SCVs that can also come out and help. But yeah, these cannons are going up here. We do see some Marines trying to do a nice little dance around here. He is trying to rally his Marines back here, so he's going to have some at least good vision on the map. But now these Zealots are trying to push away at this as well, and it looks like Jose, as per usual on this channel, is going to take a big ol' L. Is microing his heart out, but you can't micro 6 Marines versus 25 million Zealots, and GG is going to be called right as these cannons are finishing up, and Dingo is going to take a 1-0 lead in this, what, best of 7? I think best of 7, first of 4 wins. But again, I'm not even sure, because like I said, it has been a shit show, but we'll see what's happening and jump into game number 2. Alright, jumping into game number 2. We got two gross colors for our players here. We got, what is this? Diarrhea green versus booger green here. I don't think I've ever seen this booger green color. Maybe it's a new color. I did just install an update, so maybe once again they're messing around with those colors. BNet really utilizing its developers by just adding colors. Very, very impressive stuff. Thank you, BattleNet. Okay, so we have a Zerg versus Terran. We got Jose as the Zerg in the middle position, very close to his Terran opponent here. He'll be in the bottom left position, a nice corner, comfortable position, and it should be fairly beneficial in the early / mid game, depending on what exactly he is doing. His the closest to his opponent, he's going to be able to get out this choke versus a Zerg. So Zerg isn't going to be able to capitalize too much on this area here, this ledge area here. Maybe using some Guardians to mess with the AI and get some damage in as they're coming up that ramp, using that space as cover. But when it's a Terran versus Zerg, if a Terran was here, this would be a super nice advantage here, because you can just send your first tank here. First couple tanks, even if you wanted to kill off those Sunkens without having to travel around or be vulnerable at all until those Muta / Guardians do come out. Maybe some drops or something. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. A lot of options in these early stages, and both players are going for everything super standard here. I don't know if that Overlord might have spotted that. I feel like he did spot it. Yeah, judging by his not moving over to the next spot, I feel like Jose definitely knows where his opponent is and what his opponent is. That is also showing here by sending out only a single drone here to build a Sunken. You only need a single Sunken versus Terran most of the time, unless they're like bunker rushing or pulling some SCVs or something wild like that. One Sunken will usually suffice in these early stages, and even with this Marine scouting it first, gonna be able to get some damage on before it is able to retaliate. A little drone coming out there trying to get a shot off on this Marine. Gonna think twice and just go ahead and morph into a creep colony. That'd be a tough decision as a drone. I don't know if I'd want to just make myself. Yeah, look at that. He's even second guessing himself. Is going to just say, hell nah, I don't want to be a Sunken. I'll go collect minerals for a bit. Maybe just not be a stationary. Like, what is a Sunken colony? Stationary? You just is it? It has to be living, right? Because it pulsates. A slug, a worm, stationary worm.
killer worm here. Alright, back. Let's focus a little bit, Tony. Let's focus. I know it's been a while. Let's just get it back into it here. We do have a barracks floating up here. And usually people like to float up an engineering bay as it builds quicker and is a little bit cheaper. $25 cheaper. So he does have some cruel intentions to land this in the dark space here. As you can see, there is a little bit of darkness over here. The drone is just kind of checking it out. There is a possibility for a barracks to drop there undetected. He is going to actually see a factory being built out here, so he's going to have a pretty good idea that he is up against that double factory build versus Terran. That Terran does like to do a lot, especially versus Zerg in these close positions. Very strong build, building his 2 factories in such a place that will also help with the walling if there is a mass Zerg attack. Will also help if Hydras come out. The tanks can kind of pop back, use this as a wall. Not going to be able to slip around anywhere. Do see that barracks coming in now as well. Gonna see if it can get some fire bats out. I don't even see an academy, so maybe he's just gonna try to scout with it, make it cheeky and build a marine or 2. But yeah, no academy, so no fire bats, no stim gonna be possible here. Gonna build an engineering bay here. Gonna slip this sunken colony forward. That's too nice of an opportunity to just let go there. He did see it in the shadow and is going to start pushing away at that. Maybe kill it before a siege goes or gets upgraded, but it looks like he is upgraded there. But still, even making this lift, not having to repair it, is a nice little move here. Do you see that barracks just floating on top of those minerals? Going to be annoying. Some people do know how to click on it despite it being on top. It is possible, but it is also tricky unless you know the secret fastest ways that only few players do and don't like to share. You see that academy going down now, so he's going to be looking to add some medics here as well. Trying to repair this factory, but he is pushing hard. Jose is not going to allow this to get up. The Dingo fighting back a little bit with these unsieged tanks. Siege mode not done yet. Refusing to lift this factory, is just repairing it with these 2 SCVs, which are doing an okay job for now, but 3 more suckers are about to complete, and that might be too much DPS. This factory might fall down. It does fall down. Jose taking down this factory, making it well worth it, pushing forward all of these sunken that are going to now fall. Is going to have that tank production, which he invested a lot of gas in, and is just really helpful with this push. Jose is going to have a lot of time now to start building sunkens way back here, extend that creep here. The good thing though, Dingo is going to see the hive timing here on the Zerg, at least at the very minimum. He's going to see that Spire upgraded. It's going to know that Guardians are on the way next. Not going to have to worry about Defilers, but Guardians are going to be a pretty good choice in these spots. Do see that Armory going down and a second starport. Going to go for a 3rd starport, so really going to go heavy into those Valkyries. He does see that, so that barracks was a very good scout there. We do see those mutants though popping out. Those mutants are starting way before these Valkyries are going to be in production, so there is going to be a spot of vulnerability, and Dingo does know that is going to pull his marine back, but that is going to leave some of his tanks vulnerable. Tank number is low. He is supply stuck, so Dingo is stressing out a little bit. These first 4 mutants are going to come down here, going to run into a bunch of marines and a turret, going to absolutely just AFK and just lose half of the mutant count there and damage the other ones. Going to join up with his other mutant brethren. We'll see how Dingo's micro is. So far it is absolutely awful. Going to just stick with killing that engineering bay. Don't need the micro too hard for that. Good solid choice here, but now these Valkyries are coming out here. And if there's anything I know, Valkyries are pretty good when they are shooting, and with all those new updates and patches and everything, they are pretty good at firing all of their missiles here. So this Greater Spire is almost done. These units are going to come in here once again and get absolutely nothing done. Is going to see that he is going to be up against Valkyrie, so maybe he is going to trigger him to throw down the Fire Den. The Fire Den's already going down. Safe to get that anyway. Just as a backup plan, does not hurt to throw up a couple of lurkers, and a couple of defilers can save your life. buy you that little bit of time you need sometimes just to get what you need out. Get those couple of extra larvae hatching. The small number of tanks pushing up, just a very, very small number of tanks. Half the amount of tanks he would have if he would have that second factory out. So you can see that that sunken punch was well worth it. Bought him lots of time and is really slowing down this push. And yeah, we're at an interesting point here where Jose is getting fairly comfortable. He does have his defilers out. No lurkers quite yet, but there isn't a huge army for the Terran here. And if he just suddenly doesn't invest anything else into these mutants, that Spire is going to be a pretty good, pretty like what is that? Conversion? Not conversion. Distraction kind of thing. Oh, too high to think of words. Is going to morph those into 5 Guardians, which will help if they are able to be covered by these spores. Spores are pretty good versus Valkyries in these small numbers. In too big a numbers, they will just destroy everything. He is starting to change into his vessels now, which is what you want versus the Defilers. And we're going to see that first swarm out here. So Jose, very quick, strong Zerg. You can see able to get Guardians out, Mutants out, and the Lurker Defilers out, all under 10 minutes. Very strong, smart, fastest player is Mr. Jose. But we're still cheering for Dingo here. Dingo, no joke himself, but he is going to move into the swarm. Just never really a good idea, especially if you don't have any fire bats or anything. You're just going to kind of run into that, but he is going to try to maybe use that as a distraction and move in here. But this is very, very risky. There's swarms, guardians, defilers, everything out here, and he's just painting, or yeah, just throwing himself into a corner. We'll see if he can get anything done. Ling's not very good without their defiler friends. A couple of Valkyries coming in here to help fight off of these guardians. Those guardians are pretty good versus Marines, but another swarm here with a group of Zerglings is going to clean that up, and that is going to really hurt Dingo's pushing power here. He's still only on a single factory. Second factory coming down now. He just really invested in those star parts, really was thinking that Dingo was just going to mass mute it into his Valkyries. And yeah, he's really, really delayed here. His macro not the best here. He's trying to throw down more gas. He kind of didn't really have a backup plan to his backup plan. He wanted to do that 2 factory push, that got denied. Then he went into the Valkyries, and then he just instantly switched into Lurker. So Jose playing this very well, reacting very nicely, which is kind of the strongest point of the Zerg player. And what you kind of have to do as Zerg, you have to react to your opponent. You can change your tech unit, your tech chain in a heartbeat, and other players can't. So it's just a matter of building that right combination of units. Obviously, there's a counter to everything, but yeah, Zerg pretty good. These factories coming down late here, but with no pressure here at the front, Jose is free to start pushing out. And if these Lurkers and Defilers can make their way to the base, it's going to be very hard to stop. There is a lot of vessels here, which are going to try to pick off as many Defilers as they can, but nothing else here. All the factories just now getting built. There's going to be no siege tanks, and the vessels and Marines might not going to be enough here. May not even need a swarm. Is still okay. First Defiler does go down, but yeah, he's going to be able to see probably that he's going to be able to run in here without too much. But yeah, he is a little bit worried without the Defiler. He doesn't have a crazy amount of hatcheries. Is supply blocked. Gonna mass up 12 overlords there now. So yeah, he doesn't want to go too crazy here. But that is an opportunity that could be missed, as these factories are now starting to finish, and once these siege tanks, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to push forward here. But yeah, he's not going to wait now. He is slowly pushing forward. This other Defiler is coming in here, but no anti-air. He needs to build a couple of Scourge, and these vessels are just sitting there right on top of this push here. It's going to make it really difficult for those Defilers to make their way down that pass. Lurkers do inch their way into the choke here, so it is officially worry time for Dingo Do not want to Zerg this far into your base. Zerglings, defilers, everything's going to start swarming. It looks like he's also preparing for a drop here. Does have that upgrade on the way. These, vessels just pushing out. A couple of these Hydras are going to be used as anti-air, but these defilers are going to have a difficult time working in here. Good job by Dingo buying himself as much time as possible. Really showing how important those defilers are, and how important it is to be picking them off constantly with your vessels. But these lurkers are coming in here, and there isn't too much of an answer. Just not going to be able to build enough tanks in time. Jose getting bigger and bigger over here, starting to build ultras. Looks like he may even go for an ultra drop. I think that some kind of vessel action happened up here. A couple of scans going to go down here, seeing exactly what he is up against. Once these ultras come in here, though, I think it is going to be GG. Ultras, lurkers, pretty good, even without the defilers. But I just, a little defiler in here. Comes some others gonna come in here, and that's gonna be icing on the cake, I think, right here. I don't know how you stop that. Big army coming in. Very nice anti-Terran army. Not enough factories to really mess up the AI of these ultras. Ultras are pretty dumb, but they're gonna have no problem cleaning this up. Lurkers now just getting swarmed right in the center of the base. Not enough energy on these vessels to continue to kill those defilers, and it looks like Booger Green is gonna beat Diarrhea Green in this very close battle. Oh, you run and kill the drones, do extra damage. But lurkers also do pretty good damage. Versus workers, stacked up workers, might just be at a range, just barely, but gonna kill all of those production. Then GG is gonna be called. GG bug. Yeah, right, Dingo. Jose is a little bug. But okay, we're gonna even up the series here. We're at 1-1, and we'll jump into game number 3 here in a moment. GG.